about what they could do, right? Because if they didn't vote for him, it was like, well, who are we going to vote for? But if you could move them,
right, you have to move your representative.
You could impact this.
Right.
I want to give you a big, big hint. What do people fear? People fear being publicly mocked and publicly called out for the wrong they do. Always fear this. And this is what we're afraid to do. We're afraid to take public action. But people are really afraid of this. Bad publicity. All right?
So if I wanted equal funding for public education in Illinois, on the one side, I know Mike Madigan wants control over his caucus,
Yep.
4 reps in his majority, so he wants everyone on the side.
Yep.
On the other side, what he fears is public humiliation.
He fears that. He fears losing his majority. He fears the Republicans taking control of the House.
So you would have to find some way, like if that's what I want. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how I could publicly, make him scared of something.
We're going to get there.
Okay.
Hold where you are, because we're going to go there. Who are they in relationship with?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that important to know? And when I'm talking about relationship, please make sure I'm not talking. But I'm not talking about like your private, personal relationships. Those are really important. I'm talking about your public relationships, right? So Mike Madigan is clearly in public relationship with all the members of his caucus, right? He's in public relationship with the ward bosses, right? Ed Burke. Who's Ed Burke?
Ed Burke's been down in the Senate Council for the past 30 years.
Yes! Give these two a gold star. Ed Burke's probably the most powerful person on the city council.
Down there for the past 30
Runs
years.
the 14th Ward organization.
Right.
That organization is so rich it's frightening. Okay? So these are people that he's in relationship with. Sometimes you can discover what we call a secondary target. Here is the rule on a secondary target. A secondary target, please write this down, is a person who has more influence over your target than you do, and over whom you have more influence than you do over your target. So don't tell me Barack Obama. Barack Obama has more influence over your target than you do, but you do not have more influence over him than you do over your target, okay? I'm sorry. Yes. A secondary target is a person who has more influence over your target than you do, and over whom you have more influence than you do over your target. So for instance, Mike Madigan, very powerful guy, hard to influence. Your local state rep, you have more influence over than you do over Mike Madigan, right? Because you vote for them and have power. They have more influence over Mike Madigan than you do, because he needs something from them, right? So if you were doing a campaign to impact Mike Madigan, you might think about who are the 20 state reps that I want to build local power to influence them, to influence Madigan.
You let the representative know you're not voting for them, then you start working on Madigan.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of thinking you need to be doing, right? Who are the people who influence the people, right? Who are the really good example, right? Who are the shareholders of the CEO of the business you're trying to impact? Who is the person who appoints the director that you want to move? Understanding who they're in relationship with is going to help you build a strategy to affect them. And then the last question is, what tactics can I do to impact the above, these two? So what can I do to influence, give them what they want, or to give them what they fear? What can I do to influence the people they're in relationship with? These are the questions that you have to ask when you're doing what we call a power analysis. Power analysis is what you do to figure out how to build your campaign. Right? So if you want a living wage in the city of Chicago, which is a great thing to want, who can give it to you? Say it?
You can, who can give it to you?
Yes.
Oh, well, you can do it by working on your, representatives and senators.
Absolutely not. That is not the person who can give you a living wage in the city of Chicago. Who is?
Oh, you said Chicago,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I missed
No, it is definitely not the city council. Who is it? No, it is not the governor. Who can give you anything in the city of Chicago? Mayor Daley. Now that's only true for like the next 5 months, right? But right now, is anyone in here running for mayor? So that's the person who can give it to you. Then you need to figure out what he wants, what he fears, who he's in relationship with, and how you can impact that. Yes, ma'am.
So, quick question.
Yes.
Say for instance you live in Garfield Park.
Okay.
And Smith is the alderman, has been the alderman since I got out of high school.
1,017 years. Right?
Exactly. You want to stem the tide of foreclosures and bring back economic stability by getting people to buy some of these boarded up, foreclosed homes.
Okay, I want to pause you for 1 second. Has she just identified a problem or an issue?
I didn't hear what you said.
Okay, say it again loudly, please.
You want to stem the tide of the economic downturn of West Garfield Park by stopping foreclosures and getting more people to actually buy and resettle the community, to buy boarded up homes and resettle the community.
Okay. Has she identified a problem or an issue?
Stopping foreclosures could be
Stopping foreclosures?
Oh, well, she has a specific audience.
She's almost there. No, having a specific audience is not the same as identifying. I'm just saying this is what we got to get to, right? Stopping